Greetings, everyone. This is Terry Naturally with another edition of Terry Talks Nutrition. Our radio show is heard every Saturday and Sunday at 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. And why are we here? For you. We are here to help you understand more, really, truly, that your health and my health is our responsibility. The doctor's not going to make you healthier. Drugs do not make you healthier. And food is our real medicine. It's the best medicine that God ever provided. Nature gives us a bountiful crop of food, natural food, not synthetic food, not processed and highly adulterated or ultra-processed foods, but real foods that have kept us on this earth for the last millions of years. And now, the last 100 years, the food manufacturers and the drug companies have destroyed our health. They have lied to us. They have misinformed us. They are giving us drugs for conditions that are brought about by the lack of vitamins and minerals. When we do not get enough vitamins and minerals, there are symptoms that are brought about by the lack of those nutrients. And then those symptoms are treated with drugs when they should be treated with nutrition and provide the nutrients that we need to be healthy. This whole world is upside down in terms of health. The country spends billions and trillions of dollars on sickness and disease, when most of the diseases, 98% of all diseases, are caused by our lifestyle choices as to how we choose to live. I'm assuming because you are listening to the program that you are interested in your health and you're looking for better choices. You're looking for better health. And you're looking for clues as to how you can improve your health. I'm not telling you to go off your drugs. That's not my place to give you advice. That's between you and your doctor. But you should not need drugs. But because the way we eat, the foods that we select to consume, our diet, our lifestyle choices, we are creating conditions that are then treated with drugs and more drugs. We are spending so much money on health that we should be spending that money on nutrition. We are not going to get healthier with the amount of drugs that Americans take and the ultra-processed foods that we are consuming that don't even come close to what we would consider natural foods. The American diet is killing us. And it's causing more cancer. There will never be a cure for cancer. Because as to how we eat and how we live, just think about it. Smoking and obesity are the cause of 70% of our cancers. And yet we continue to smoke and we eat a diet and choose foods that cause Americans to be grossly overweight. Almost 50% of Americans are grossly overweight, obese, all because of the American diet. So we are trying to show you there's a better side to all of this, that you don't have to be on drugs. That when you start changing your diet, I propose that if you just change your diet, change your lifestyle, increase more sleep time, increase more exercise time, and get rid of all the sugar and carbohydrates. And to make it easier, just follow a ketogenic diet or a low-carb diet or the paleo diet or the Mediterranean diet. In 3 months, you will see such a noticeable change. You'll never believe it's possible, but it is. I have heard from hundreds of people that are just changing their diets and receiving such great health benefits. That's my challenge to you. I hope you are making some progress in making changes in your life. And you will benefit in your terms of your health, your energy levels, less fatigue, less cold and flu. You'll have a greater degree of health. I guarantee it. But today we're going to talk about some subjects that may also help you. We're going to talk about a new form of calcium. Well, it's not new. It's been around for a long, long time. I think it might be just new to you. So we'll talk about the benefits of this calcium. And then exercise will absolutely increase your life. You'll live longer by exercising. And then I'm going to help you find 3 ways to lower your blood pressure. And flu season is just around the corner. How are we going to protect ourselves from the flu? The same thing we did to protect ourselves from COVID-19. They're both caused by a virus. Let's build our body to protect our immune system, to strengthen our immune system, to optimize the health of our immune system, to protect us from the virus. And you know what? It's never too late to start working out, even with weights. Even if it's only a pound or 2 pounds or 5 pounds, your muscles will benefit. Your posture will benefit. Your muscles will become stronger. Don't think you'll become a bodybuilder or you'll get big muscles. You won't. It's impossible for women to get big muscles unless they're using steroids. You'll get much firmer. You'll have better muscle tone. You'll be able to jump out of that chair instead of having someone pulling you out of that chair. You'll be able to go on tours. You'll be able to walk for miles. You'll feel better. You have to have strength. And where does the strength come from? Working out. Don't be afraid to work out. And then many drugs cause nutrient depletion. They are destroying the vitamins and minerals that you need to be healthy. All the research on vitamins and minerals originally came from the 1930s and 40s. There was real research on nutrition, real research on what vitamins and minerals did. Now we hear nothing about vitamins and minerals, except they just make expensive urine. How dumb is that? Doctors who have no knowledge of health and nutrition make comments like that. It's just dumb. And you can build a better brain. a healthier brain, one that can function and think and improve skills, have better cognitive function, improve your memory, be able to think better. Well, we have so much on the agenda today that I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's start talking about that new calcium, not a new one, but maybe new to you. So, calcium is not just for your bones. Yes, we do need calcium to strengthen our bones. But this form of calcium is not just for your bones. 99% of calcium is stored in your bones. The remaining 1% that is found in your blood and tissues is still very important. Calcium is needed to help strengthen the surface of the mucous membranes. Those membranes forming a wall to keep out bacteria and viruses. When calcium is depleted from the tissues, the soft tissues, the mucous membranes, they weaken, and then therefore viruses can penetrate those mucous membranes and enter the cellular level. Calcium is also important for muscle contraction and nerve function. Calcium is like a natural sedative. It relaxes you, helps you sleep better. So when you have a low tissue calcium level, you will then therefore have cold sores, fever blisters, as well as muscle cramps, dry cough, especially in kids. This is a very special form of calcium. I should call it new. I think the best word is special calcium. It's a very special calcium. So we can use that form of calcium to make us healthier. And it's so important to have it improve the soft tissue of the body that we very rarely have enough of this form of calcium in our dietary intake, because it is a very special form that we need on a daily basis. And there are many things that cause a depletion of calcium from the soft tissue. And what depletes that calcium? Stress, excessive sun, and sugar. They create an acid environment which requires calcium to neutralize pulling calcium from soft tissue and bones, especially from sudden sun exposure. Sun, S-U-N. Think, someone from Wisconsin traveling to Mexico for their winter vacation. The sun triggers a burst of vitamin D production. Vitamin D sends calcium to the bones, leaving less for soft tissue repair, and then you are there calcium insufficient or deficient. Just hang on, folks. I'm having a little difficulty with our computer today. It doesn't seem to want to work so well. Maybe it needs some vitamins. That'd be a good thing to have for getting the computer up and running. Replenish with calcium lactate. That's the special form of calcium that you find, or we find, in our soft tissue and our mucous membranes, not in the bone. There's other forms of calcium that are much more effective for the bones, But we're not talking about calcium for the bones today. We're talking about calcium for the muscles, for the soft tissue. And this is a very specific antiviral form of calcium. If you have enough of this calcium in your body, the virus becomes inactive. But you can use it more effectively with magnesium and zinc. Prevention and treatment of cold sores and fever blisters. Did you ever notice that fever blisters and cold sores pop out when you're under stress? Maybe it's the woman that's getting married and she has 1,000 things to do to prepare for the wedding. So all of a sudden she has a cold sore or a fever blister. That's because she has lost all the calcium lactate, L-A-C-T-A-T-E, lactate. It's not a milk calcium. There's no milk in it. It forms lactic acid with calcium. So it's called calcium lactate. Free of milk, free of dairy. And this form is for prevention and treatment of cold sores and fever blisters and sunburn. It relieves muscle cramps and restless legs. It stops dry, nighttime cough, especially in kids. Kids go to bed at night. They may not have a cold. They may not be sniffling. They may not have a runny nose, but they are laying there coughing. Why? Because they run around all day. They may be out in the sun too much. They may have too much stress. And all of these conditions lower the level of calcium. You may never have thought about calcium in your muscles. You always thought they went to the bone. But only 1% of the calcium is in the soft tissue. So it doesn't take very much to lose that 1% calcium. If you go out in the sun excessively, you've been in your office, you've been in your occupation, you've been working, you've been teaching, you have done a lot of things indoors. Then all of a sudden the next day you're on a flight to Mexico and you're laying out in the sun. Oh, you're relaxing. And all of a sudden you've got a sunburn. You'll never have a sunburn. Never have a sunburn. And you'll never have a nighttime dry cough. And you will prevent and reverse and heal quickly cold sores and fever blisters when you are using calcium lactate. It works extremely well. Kids who are lying in bed coughing because they run around all day, too much sunlight, too much stress, and now they have a cough. I would recommend that you give the kids 250 milligrams of calcium lactate with 50 milligrams of magnesium and 6 milligrams of zinc. That is a good dosage in one capsule. If you give them 2, 3, or 4 capsules for the night, and they'll stop coughing almost immediately. Because calcium lactate is easily absorbable, very quickly absorbable, and gets in the body fast and easy. This is a good way to manage viruses, viral outbreaks, cold and flu, cold sores, fever blisters, and it prevents sunburn, relieves muscle cramps, restless legs. This is one of my favorite forms of calcium for the soft tissue and the mucous membranes. Now, how can you exercise your way to a longer life? You know, all these things are part of the best choices for better health. Strength plus cardio equals a longer, better life. Now, here's some good data. Researchers collected data from over 400,000 Americans on how often and what kind of exercise they did. Well, the result of this collection from 400,000 Americans, at least 1 hour of aerobic exercise a week reduced the risk of death by 15%. Death from any source, any type of death. And 3 hours a week reduced mortality by 27%. But for those who combined an hour of aerobic exercise a week plus 1 or 2 strength training exercise sessions a week, reduced the risk of dying from any cause by 40%. 40%. Now, this is what I mean by choosing lifestyle choices. You have a right to choose these. You don't need a prescription. You don't need to have, there's no side effects. You don't need a doctor to prescribe this for you. This is what we need to wake up and begin to include in our lifestyle choices. Now, if you don't want to do that, that's okay. That's your choice. I choose not to. I choose to do it. And I feel fantastic. I travel all over the world. I'm someplace new every month. And sometimes we walk miles and miles and miles through cities and hiking and going up mountains. You have to have strength and endurance, stamina. Don't sit home in a chair and watch TV. And the only thing you'll strengthen are your fingers on the remote. But you can do these. And I do believe strength training is so important for you. It doesn't mean, I'm going to build big, bulky muscles. You won't. You can't. You're going to get firm muscles, strong muscles, that'll give you a better posture, that'll be able to help you get out of a chair without someone pulling you out of a chair. You'll be able to walk up a curb without hanging on the parking meter. You'll be able to walk as long as you want. You'll enjoy life. Don't let life kill you. Because if you're ending your life and not enjoying it, then you haven't prepared yourself for getting older. We're going to get older. But we can get older with a quality of life that allows us to enjoy the rest of our life. I don't want to get old and think about a nursing home. I want to get old and enjoy my life. We're all going to get older. Nobody has found a cure for getting older. It's going to happen to everybody. But the choices you choose are going to give you the ability to have a better life. Now here's the way. Strength. Strength training. Twice a week. Go to a gym if you don't know how to do it. Hire a trainer. Or go on the website, go on the internet, and try to understand more about strength training. For people that just need a good strength training program, I love kettlebells. Kettlebells are like a cannon with a handle, cannonball rather, with a handle. And you can do the kettlebell swing, the kettlebell squats, and you can do the kettlebell upper lift. 2 or 3 exercises done for about 30 minutes. Even 18 to 20 minutes will give you extra strength. Strength you never knew you had. And you will be able to feel it and see it. You'll go down in a size or two. Your waist will shrink. You'll get stronger. And then add a little bit of cardio. If you do the kettlebell swing correctly, you may not need any other aerobic exercise. Strength training is more valuable than aerobic exercise. So start now. Get a good exercise program going. And I'm almost out of time in this segment of the program. Probably too late to start another subject. So let's just let the clock wind down until we go to the next portion of our program. So stay with me. I'm not going anywhere, and I don't want you to go anywhere. We have a lot more to talk about in the next segment of the program. First of all, 3 reasons why you should get your blood pressure down. And you know what? Flu season is just around the corner. What are we going to do about flu season? How can we stop? Yeah, I know. You can get the flu shot. I'm not. But you can if you want. That's your choice. But the best thing to do is to strengthen your body overall. Strengthen your immune system. Strengthen your health. Boost your resiliency to the virus. You know, our immune system is like the army of a country. The army there is to protect against invasion from a foreign substance or a foreign country or a foreign terrorist. And our immune system strengthens our body to protect us from a foreign invasion from bacteria or virus or fungal infection. So we'll talk about that in the next segment of the program. So don't go away. I'm here, and I will be here for the next half hour. This is Terry Naturally with Terry Talks Nutrition. Back right after this. Welcome back, my friends. We're back here with Terry Talks Nutrition. I am Terry Naturally. And we're going to talk about exercise and long life. We talked about calcium lactate. We talked about a few good subjects to help change your health for the better. And that's what it's all about, is getting healthier as we get older. And you can. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how bad you are, how bad off you are. I don't care what conditions you are trying to fight. If you change your lifestyle to include a low-carb diet, get rid of the carbs, get rid of the sugar, you should never, ever have sugar in your diet. And lower the carbohydrates, lower the bread, the pasta, the bread, the desserts, the cakes, the pies, whatever. Lower the grain intake. Stop eating grains. Eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Good quality protein. Lots of fats. Lots of olive oil. And exercise. We just talked about exercise before we went into the break. Strength training, aerobic exercise can reduce your cause of death by 40% from any type of death. It's amazing. So this is extremely important. In fact, an hour of aerobic exercise just once a week, plus 1 or 2 strength training exercises a week, reduce mortality, reduce death by 40%. Now, these are the kind of prescriptions I'd like to see doctors write. And they are free. And you can do them all at home. And there are no side effects. And now, 3 reasons to lower your blood pressure. Why? Well, first of all, if you lower your blood pressure, you will reduce the risk of dementia, Alzheimer's disease. Researchers collected data from over 25,000 adults and found that higher blood pressure was associated with faster decline in thinking and memory. High blood pressure is linked to increased risk of stroke. Experiencing a stroke is associated with 50 times increased risk of dementia, including Alzheimer's disease. 50 times. Protects against kidney disease. High blood pressure is the second leading cause of kidney failure after diabetes. Almost 30% of people with high blood pressure also have kidney disease. And it also will help you preserve your vision by lowering your blood pressure. High blood pressure puts more stress on the blood vessels of the eyes and reduces blood flow to the eyes. Having high blood pressure doubles the risk of macular degeneration. So we need to find ways to lower blood pressure. I think there's a good way to help lower blood pressure. And if I were to recommend to someone a selection of nutrients to lower blood pressure, my recommendation would be grape seed extract. These are the seeds of grapes that are pulverized into a powder and put into capsules. Grape seed extract combined with olive leaf extract can reduce blood pressure as effectively as drugs. And I would also include magnesium. A meta-analysis. This is M-E-T-A, beta, a meta-analysis. That means the researchers are not only doing one study, they are looking at many trials that could be 15, 16, 20, 25 trials. And then they have a conclusion based on all those trials as one analytical study. And this meta-analysis of 16 trials on grapeseed in over 800 patients confirmed that grapeseed extract is as effective at reducing blood pressure levels without side effects. Blood pressure medication has side effects. Grapeseed extract has no side effects and without any significant adverse effects. Very, very safe. A specialized, standardized olive leaf extract, clinically tested to reduce blood pressure, lowered the systolic pressure. That's the above number. When you say 120 over 80, the 120 is the systolic pressure. And this combination of grapeseed and olive leaf extract lowered the systolic pressure by 11 points and the diastolic, which is the lower number, by 5 points. The results of this study shows that olive leaf extract and grapeseed extract are equal to prescription blood pressure medication. Now, you'll not see a change if you start to use grapeseed extract and olive leaf extract until about 3 months after starting with olive leaf extract and grapeseed extract. It takes 3 months to adjust the blood pressure. And what to look for? About 500 milligrams of olive leaf extract, standardized extract, with 100 milligrams of tannin-free French grapeseed extract. Take 2 or 3 times daily. 2 or 3 times daily. This is a good formulation. And then I would add about 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium. And the most effective form of magnesium is magnesium bisglycinate. It's the most absorbable form of magnesium, the best form to tolerate. Some forms of magnesium cause diarrhea. You want to avoid those. They're called magnesium citrate or magnesium oxide. You want magnesium bis glycinate, along with grapeseed extract and olive leaf extract, will lower blood pressure very effectively. 500 milligrams of olive leaf standardized, 100 milligrams of tannin-free French grapeseed extract, and about 400 milligrams of magnesium once or twice daily. I would do twice daily for sure. Yes, it's flu season, or almost upon us, just around the corner. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going down to a pharmacy and get a flu shot? That is a choice. Is it your choice? It's not my choice. I think I know what I can do to boost my immune system. And we can boost our immune system with a number of plant extracts, like Andrographis, Propolis, and elderberry. Now, let me give you a little bit more information on elderberry. Here's some research. Australia just experienced its worst flu season in 5 years. That's probably because so many people have depleted their immune system function due to COVID. The little bit that they had that was boosting up and strengthening their immune system caved in under COVID-19. The U.S. flu season usually starts in October and peaks in December. And what happens in Australia often predicts the severity of the cold season, flu season in the U.S. And if you start feeling symptoms of the flu or respiratory tract infection, like fever, cough, sore throat, runny nose, it's time to give your immune system a boost. Now, elderberry can help accomplish that. Elderberry, not grown much in the United States, but in countries in Europe, especially Austria, they grow a very special form of elderberry. And elderberry can neutralize virus particles and causes the immune system to be activated, which can help control the spread of a viral infection, especially effective against the flu. Elderberry. But watch out. Many forms of elderberry are spiked and adulterated. After reviewing and analyzing 25 different brands of elderberry, they found that many of them, actually 6 to 9 of them, contained no elderberry. And most of them had a very low level of elderberry, because elderberry is expensive. So they're cutting the cost, reducing the quantity, but lying on the label so they can lower the price. One elderberry product bought off Amazon, and then be careful, go to your health food store to buy products, unless you know the brand and trust the brand. But if you just buy elderberry off Amazon or any website, you don't know what you're buying. And most consumers do not understand elderberry, do not understand how to read a label, do not know what to look for. The biggest scam on elderberry, bought online, the product said elderberry extract with vitamin C and vitamin D. Now, you may not know what elderberry looks like, but the berries are almost black, purple to black. So when you have an elderberry extract powder, it's purple to black. But this particular product bought off Amazon that said elderberry extract, vitamin C and vitamin D, after being analyzed in a laboratory, first of all, the powder was white. You can't have elderberry white powder. It was oat flour, O-A-T, oat flour, not elderberry, and no vitamin C and vitamin D. Whoever made that product was stealing your money. It would do you no value whatsoever. Even if you bought that at $1, you lost $1. There are shysters out there trying to make money because they know consumers don't know how to read a label. And because many times people just heard about elderberry and want to buy an elderberry product, but have no idea what elderberry looks like. They're being ripped off. But elderberry is powerful when it is unadulterated, and it is the true form of elderberry extract. It will neutralize and kill the virus and cause the immune system to be activated to defend the body, build a greater resistance, which can help control the spread of the viral infection, and especially effective against the flu. Elderberry is one of the most in-demand natural boosters of the immune system and the entire market. On the entire market, elderberry is one of the most in-demand immune boosters. So you have to be careful what you buy, because there are shysters out there that will take your money and bleed you and give you nothing back. So with increasing demand comes increasing fraud as scam artists try to cash in on elderberry's popularity. Now, you know, I just talked about products being bought online on Amazon. Well, Natural Products Company recently analyzed those elderberry products and also analyzed bulk raw material. And here's the outcome. Out of about 25 products, 5 products had 0 elderberry, although they stated elderberry on the label. 2 products purchased on Amazon were capsules filled with white powder. Remember, elderberry is black. That's a big difference. If you have a white capsule and it says elderberry, you've been screwed. Elderberry is purple. And one of them, as I said before, turned out to be just pure oat fiber or oat flour. So to get genuine elderberry, buy only from a trusted, reputable company. Now, elderberry works extremely effectively, but it's also more effective when it's combined with other immune-boosting nutrients, including vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, zinc, and selenium. They all fight viral infection and blocking the uptake into the cellular level to prevent cold or flu. So strengthen your body now. Don't wait. Prevention is the cure. Prevention will cure everything. Stop getting viral infection. Don't wait until you have viral infection. Start now to prevent the uptake of the viral or the virus that will cause the infection. It's never too late to start, but start now. So you know that drugs cause nutrient depletion? When you take certain drugs, they cause certain nutrients to be depleted. So your prescription medications are causing a lack of nutrients, nutrient deficiencies or depletions. Prescription drugs can block the absorption of essential nutrients, or they interfere with the body's ability to synthesize certain nutrients, because our body makes some nutrients. So here's a couple of examples I dug out of drugs that can deplete important vitamins and minerals. Birth control pills. They deplete folic acid or folate. They deplete vitamins B2, B6, B12, vitamin C and vitamin E, and the minerals magnesium, selenium, and zinc. You wonder why we don't have enough nutrients? Because I think there's a huge population on birth control pills. And women need folate, folic acid, and the vitamins B2, B6, B12. And then we are losing magnesium, selenium, and zinc. 90% of the American population are deficient in magnesium, selenium, and zinc. So take a very good, high quality, what I call a daily multiple. A daily multiple means vitamins and minerals. But a multi means taking that daily supplement in 2 or 3 capsules or tablets to make sure that you get plenty of nutrients. You can't put all the vitamins and minerals in meaningful levels that our body requires on a daily basis in one little stinking tablet. It can't be done. It's a matter of volume. You can't pour a gallon of any fluid in a cup. You can't do it. And you can't put all the vitamins and minerals in one little tablet. What about statin drugs? 30 to 40 million people in America are taking statin drugs. And the drug companies tell us that they want 100 million people on statin drugs to protect their heart. Oh, is that a bunch of baloney? We need cholesterol for our heart. We need cholesterol for all the hormones that we need to produce, like estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, vitamin D. Cholesterol is our friend, not the enemy. So for those users on statin drugs, it reduces the levels of CoQ10 by as much as 50%. So the best thing to do is take 100 milligrams of CoQ10 that is combined with gamma-cyclodextrin to boost its absorption by 800%. Now, what about antacids? I see people gobbling it up like popcorn. Antacids. And then the PPIs, the proton pump inhibitors. They destroy magnesium, vitamin B12, inhibit protein digestion because they block all the acids. We need acids in our stomach to digest protein. So all of these, whether they be oral contraceptives, birth control pills, statin drugs, antacids, proton pump inhibitors, I would highly recommend a good quality daily multivitamin and mineral supplement with meaningful levels of those nutrients. I can give you examples of them. If you write to me, I'll tell you which ones to take. Go to my website, terrytalksnutrition.com. There is a place for you to ask questions. And then take CoQ10. CoQ10 is very, very rarely, I've never seen one vitamin and mineral supplement that included CoQ10 because it's expensive. And you need at least 100 milligrams that is complexed with gamma-cyclodextrin, a natural starch that increases the absorption of nutrients. So it's very critical for the absorption of CoQ10. Oh boy, this one you'll love. Coffee for a longer life. I bet 10 or 20 years ago, nobody would ever have said that. But this is really good research. Coffee extends the lifespan. Researchers in Britain followed 450,000 people for over 12 years, recording their coffee intake and overall health. People who drank ground coffee were 27% less likely to die early versus people who did not drink coffee at all. Instant coffee and decaf coffee were less protective, reducing the risk of early death by just 14%. Drinking 2 to 3 cups of coffee of any kind reduced the risk of cardiovascular disease and the risk of developing heart arrhythmias, irregular heartbeat. And this study builds on previous research, finding that regular coffee drinking protects against diabetes, liver disease, heart attacks, and stroke. Why? Because of a simple compound called polyphenols that are found in a variety of foods, fruits, vegetables, coffee, tea, a variety of compounds. So I would say go out and drink coffee. You might find it from more fruits and vegetables. But if you drink coffee, 2 or 3 cups a day is extremely helpful for reducing cardiovascular disease. So drink coffee as a healthy beverage. Don't add sugar. You can add a little bit of whole cream, but don't add the sugar. And with that, my friends, I'm going to be out of time in about 2 seconds. So all I want to say is do something healthy this week because you will benefit. Say a prayer for this crazy, crazy, insane world. God bless you, my friends, and God bless this great country.
Thank you for listening to Terry Talks Nutrition Weekly Show. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform, including Apple, Google, and iHeartRadio.